Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football, bringing you what has become the ever popular Wednesday night with Cam Underwood from State of the U to talk Miami football. And here we are for the next hour to take your comments, your questions on the live chat, as well as I will be running through the comments that you've left here on the various videos of the past several weeks. And we've got some news from Cam as well on the recruiting front. Cam, how you doing tonight?
I'm good. Just hanging out. So ready to talk about some football while I'm having one eye peeled to the basketball game that just started right now as well. ESPN2 if you want to watch it.
ESPN2, the basketball game. Who are you playing tonight?
Virginia Tech, 12th ranked Virginia Tech, and it's 4-3 okay. Virginia Tech early in the first half.
All right. You can keep us updated on that. We've been on about 30 seconds. We got 29 on the line. Make it 30. We will run through the recruiting news, some 247 transfer rankings that are out that are pretty favorable for the Canes, and then I'll run through the comments and the questions as well. Of course, spring practice is probably about 6 weeks away, and we'll start to dive into positional battles here in the upcoming weeks. All right, everybody jump on board and give us some comments and questions, but we'll start the conversation, Cam, with what you told me just a few minutes ago, Mr. Khris Bogle. That has got to be the name that is mentioned more. I don't know if it's your experience, but it's certainly mine ever since he opened up his recruitment and let it be known that he was making more visits, that connection was made to Miami, and that he would be an amazing get.
Yeah, and, you know, it's Khris Bogle, like I said, goes to Cardinal Gibbons, which is around the corner from where I live. You've heard me say it for a while now. 4-star, you know, 6'4", 210, edge rusher, committed to Alabama in there, you know, 3-4. He'd be an outside linebacker kind of guy. And yeah, you know, Alabama has a bunch of guys committed. They lost their defensive coordinator. There's rumors that their defensive line coach, Craig Kuligowski, is leaving there as well. And yeah, he didn't sign, Bogle that is, during the early signing period, and he's taking visits. And the last visit this upcoming weekend is going to be to Miami. And that is going to be his 6th official visit, but his 2nd to Miami. So I know people are thinking, wait, you only get 5 official visits. There's a new rule in place that you can get 6 if you take a 2nd visit to a school that you've already visited that has gone through a head coaching change. So Khris Bogle visited Miami in December officially. The head coaching change happened after that with Mark Richt retiring and Manny Diaz stepping up and getting that job. So now he is able, through the NCAA rules, to take another official visit to Miami if he so chooses. And reportedly today, he does so choose to do that. So it would be a big get to get a kid of Khris Bogle's caliber to go to Miami. I know a lot of people are very displeased with Bogle just because, you know, if he's from here, he should want to go to Miami and he's playing games and he's a diva. So they say, and things like that. But, you know, you got to follow the visits. It's one of the recruiting rules that I wrote before, and getting him on campus is better than not. So I'm not going to say that it's 100% guaranteed. There, you know, are reports and interviews saying that, you know, Bogle's mom prefers him to go to Alabama. And that might very well be true. So he might come down and think about it and decide to stick with Alabama, even with, I think they have like, what, 9 defensive linemen committed in this class, or 8 or something like that. I mean, it's a huge number. But the thing about it is their implementation and usage of them is so varied. You're going to have 0 technique nose tackles. You're going to have 3 technique ends in their 3-4 defense, and then you're going to have outside linebackers who would be your 5 or 7 or, you know, rush guys on the outside. And so you can have so many different defensive linemen because technically you're recruiting for 5 positions, not 4, you know. So he could decide to do that. But, you know, I think that Manny Diaz getting in-home visit with him previously to secure the visit to Coral Gables is a good thing. And, you know, Diaz is pushing the new Miami, #TNM. And he's been pretty clear about, you know, his vision forward and things of that nature. So, you know, we will see what happens with Khris Bogle. I know everybody wants to know about Khris Bogle and what percentage chance and things like that. All I will say is this. If Khris Bogle goes through with this visit, there is a larger chance than there currently is for him to pick Miami. I'm not going to put a number on it. I'm not going to put a chance on it. I'm just saying that there is the potential, then realistic potential, with this visit happening. So we'll see what happens.